Tulsi Gabbard resigns as director of national intelligence. A lot of people were, creating rumors that this may be coming up, whether she could be the next one. Because who was it? It was Pam Bondi, and then who else was it? Kristi Noem. And so now
Cash was on the list.
Cash was on that list, but this is official now. Pam Bondi, then Kristi Noem, and now it's Tulsi Gabbard. Rob, this is it. Unfortunately, after having done a great job, Tulsi Gabbard will be leaving the administration on June 30th. Her wonderful husband, Abraham, has recently diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer, and she rightfully wants to be with them, bringing him back to good health as they currently fight a tough battle together. I have no doubt he will soon be better than ever. Tulsi has done an incredible job, and we will miss her. Her highly respected principal deputy director of national intelligence, Aaron Lucas, will serve as the acting director of national intelligence, President Donald J. Trump. Vinny, what are your thoughts on this story?
Again, going back to the people that were just like automatically, Pat, everybody thinks that they know everything. It's like, oh my God, this is the piece. It's like her husband, and our prayers go to this guy and their families, has freaking bone cancer. As if what? Is it a made-up story? Is it a made-up story? This is an actual thing that's happening. We know Tulsi. We're going to pray for her. We're going to pray for her husband and hope that they get through it, God willing. Okay, but the fact that everybody automatically, everybody, who was it? Laura Loomer, everybody like good riddance and good. It's like shame on anybody that was out there talking crap about her or her job or what she's doing. Mind you, this is a girl that left her party to come to help the president. And I don't know if anybody else is complaining about how safe in national intelligence. I feel pretty damn safe with her at the helm. And she's stepping down. All I can say, Pat, is she did a great job. God bless her. And I hope that the future for her and for her husband is good.
Adam.
I'll just say this. As someone that my significant other, my ex-girlfriend, did have to go through cancer, and I know what it's like, and this is her husband. So I'll just say this, that some things are bigger than politics. Some things are bigger than business. Some things are bigger than anything in life. And I'm just going to take it at face value here that she legitimately stepped down because her husband, Abraham, is fighting a extremely rare form of bone cancer. So some things are just what they are. I'm sure there's going to be ridiculous storylines out there from the left and the right questioning what her loyalty is and what her agenda is. For me, until I hear anything substantive and different, I'm just going to say, respect to you, Tulsi. Thank you for your service to this country. I hope you and your husband get through this. I hope he gets through this. And as someone that knows Tulsi, like we've met Tulsi over the years, praying for you.
And my father, Pat, just really, really quick, because you hit on it. My father, his cancer went from lung to bone to brain. And I'm telling people, if my mom was out, and by the way, how hard do you think the DNI is? She's out. She's never home. She's always out there. She's always at work. You have to be there for the person, okay? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to be going through chemo and stuff.
Do you think this is the main reason why she stepped down?
I think right now, Pat, I think so.
Do you think this is the main reason why she stepped down? I have a hard time believing that. Don't get me wrong. I think Tulsi played a very important role in 2024 when she joined the team. I think Tulsi played a very important role, her and RFK, very, very important role while they were campaigning. Do I think this is really happening? Of course, 100%. Mm-hmm. Do I think this is the number one reason why they're stepping down? I don't think so. I think there's more to it. And I hate to be the guy that's going to go take that position, but I think it's more than that. Tom, what do you think?
So there were very credible news reports coming out over the last 2 weeks that the CIA had pulled back documentation, the hard copy files that DNI had pulled in, and Tulsi wanted to declassify documents. Remember, that was one of the discussion points and one of the associated promises that was made to the American people, that we're going to be declassifying documents, we're going to be putting truth out there. And supposedly, Tulsi Gabbard and DNI were in the process of declassifying 2 weeks ago, I think it was, about that. Now, then they came out and said, no, our office wasn't raided. Well, wait, where did the story come from? There were credible news media out there that said the CIA pulled back documents. Then even Tulsi said, easy, it's really not all that. But there was too much around this, and too many people quoted, and too many folks that were on top of this, like Anna Paulina Luna, that were saying, wait a minute, we can't be doing this. So that didn't come out definitive, but there was too much talking about it. It sounded like something really was there. If that's what was going on, that would mean that somebody's out there trying to frustrate her ability to do her job. And if she was facing a silent war inside let's call the CIA what it is, establishment, and she's out there trying to do her job, I could totally see that weighing on her. Then your husband gets cancer. God bless you. I hope it's workable. I hope the Lord gives you great peace and strength during this time, Tulsi. I hope so. We know you. But if that was on there at the same time, I could see it coming together where she says, I'm going to tap out.
I'll just address sort of the opinion that you kind of shared, which is, all right, I said, listen, I'm taking this on face value that she went with her husband. At the same time, there is a chance that she's stepping away to, as they say, spend more time with the family, which was sort of planned. She might have been on her way out anyway, allegedly, and then this just might have just been the icing on the cake, so to speak. So it's almost like what came first, the chicken or the egg. But I do understand exactly what you're saying is like she was also skating on thin ice, some may say, with the president.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. The most important thing, almost like the Iran deal, not even in terms of deal, what will Iran actually do when the deal is done? The question is, when he's, God help him, healed, what will she do next? Will she go the stay aligned with Trump loyalist route, or will she go the burn it all to the ground, Joe Kent, Thomas Massey route? That to me is the question at this point.
So this is, I don't think that's the number one reason. I think it's either, because DNI, you have to realize DNI is above CIA. DNI is above CIA.
I think it heads DNI over like 18 different
Yeah,
agencies.
so it's not like you think CIA likes being under DNI?
No, they want
Probably
to
not.
by themselves.
Hell no.
Control, right?
Hell no.
The
over-
establishment,
How do you-
Virginia
How do you
farm
think-
boys?
How do you think CIA looks at DNI? How do you think CIA looks at DNI?
Who the hell
Like, who are you to
Who do
tell
you
us?
think you are?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Who
Get the hell
put
out of
these
here.
guys over
Yeah.
us? And we've been
So-
doing this
so I
since we
don't-
killed Kennedy.
Yeah. So I don't know if they like giving up that much power to somebody that comes in. And maybe she was trying to do what she was. I'll speculate a little bit. Let's just kind of speculate because oh my God, yeah, this is what I think. No, let's speculate. One is face value. The reason why she stepped down is husband challenges cancer. Great. I understand it. Tough, terrible situation. And we've been around business for a long time where things happen and people have to step away and go through things. But, so that's that. Number two is she felt like she couldn't get the job done. Okay, so that's number two. And she was kind of, her hands were, tied behind her back and she couldn't do anything. Number three is that whole issue that happened with Joe Kent stepping down. And there was a story of Joe Kent going and meeting with Tulsi and also JD. I don't know if you remember when that story was released. There was a story about the fact that the three of them had a meeting together before his tweet and his resignation.
I remember that.
And they held a file for several months in the safe in her office.
Yeah. So that, that is automatically get you to, you think the president's automatically going to trust you? I don't know if he's going to trust with that taking place. So he gave you the job, and then that's what happens. And then Joe Kent comes, talks to you. And then when Tulsi was asked multiple times during the hearing, if you remember the answer she gave, I don't know if you remember the answer she gave. She said, do you agree with the president's decision? And then she said, the president made the decision based on the intel that we shared with him. It's not the answer. It was, do you agree with the president's decision? Do you stand with this? I do. Director, do you agree with it? The president makes the decision. Why do you guys even have jobs, right? So there was something that happened to you, Rob. Can you play? Is it that clip? I don't know. It could have been that clip. Play the clip. I was just trying to go.
Only the president, the only person who can determine what is an imminent threat is the president of the United States. Do you stand by that statement?
Yes, I do.
Director Ratcliffe, do you agree with that assessment? That the president is the only person that can determine if something is an imminent threat or not?
I don't know if this is it. There's a moment where she says he made the decision based on the information we shared with him. And then they asked, but do you agree with the president? And it was kind of like, that's not the point. The point is we gave him the information. So it wasn't an affirmative decision to defend. Now, in her defense, Caroline Leavitt stood in front of her. And if you remember that, Caroline Leavitt defended her. Do you guys remember that day when Caroline Leavitt defended her? Caroline Leavitt stood in the front and said, you know what? she is doing a great job, and, she's doing this, and it's the media, and, all this other stuff, and she kind of, not this one, there's one with Caroline. If you just type in Caroline Levitt and Tulsi, you will see there was a moment where she's standing in front of Tulsi and defending her. So, I don't know. I don't know if there is Trump's got 2 more years left. Let's face it, right? A little over 2 more years, 2.5 more years left to get things done. If all of a sudden you feel like you're working with somebody who doesn't side with you and doesn't agree with you, and maybe you can't trust 100%, maybe he has to make a move. You never know. And Trump doesn't have a problem firing people. He'll move on in a heartbeat and go get somebody else and see who needs to be there. So I don't know. I don't know where there is, but I have a hard time with this one just thinking it's dropping for that. Or you quit before you're going to get fired. Some people, when they get a feeling they're about to get fired, and they typically quit before just to save face. Because Kristi Noem didn't. Kristi Noem got fired. Pam Bondi, I believe, got fired, right? Did Pam Bondi get fired?
Yeah, she rode in the president's car with him, and he said, "Pam, it's time."
So
both sides.
And then you have Tulsi that is going through this. So I think there's more to the story than we think.
Just keep in mind, somebody's going to come in and be the next man up, and apparently it's just going to be the deputy director, Aaron Lucas. So prepared to get familiar with his name a little bit more further.
And not Aaron.
No.
Is he bald?
L-U-K-A-S.
Is he bald?
That guy's a baller right there. L-U-K-A-S. Aaron Lucas. He's going to be the new
and
deputy
FYI,
director.
just so you know, she is on that list of people that a lot of people think in 2028 she may run and team up with JD. So JD, Tulsi, JD, President, Tulsi, VP. So don't
on the non-intervention side.
Yeah, on the non-intervention side, and there's a community that's building up for that.
I think her, they said we said the future looks bright. I think her political future is certainly bright. She's very capable. We'll just see how aligned she is with Trump or not. That's what we're going to see over time, in my opinion.
Yeah, and she's definitely a player, and so we'll see what's going to happen with that. She's definitely a player, but we'll see what happens. We officially have our speakers for the Vault Conference finalized. And I waited to the last one. And the last one, I literally got the confirmation last night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m.-ish, when I got the text that we're done. And I wanted to make sure we put an event together where we talk about everything that's going on with AI, the good, bad, the ugly, and how to leverage it. One of the biggest names on AI we're bringing, you're going to know who he is. Many of you will. I wanted to talk about the importance of having running mates, because for me, winning at the highest level, you need a running mate. Tom is a running mate. You go faster when you find your running mate. So I brought 2 people that ran together and won multiple championships together. And then I wanted to bring somebody that your sons, a lot of you guys are bringing their sons and their kids on social media to be able to know how to build a brand. Maybe the guy that was able to do this at the highest level, and he's one of the biggest names right now on social media, who's very successful, made a lot of money as well. And last but not least, one of the biggest podcasters in the world, who does it in a way that's very different than everybody else, and he's killing it. He's got almost 20 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. With that being said, these are the speakers at the Vault Conference 2026, MGM Grand Arena. Go ahead, Rob. The beautiful thing about these events, you know how quickly it goes? Like this. Is everybody ready to get started?
I've helped over 10,000 business owners grow and scale their companies. I'm just passionate about watching entrepreneurs create great business.
When you get guys like Jerry Rice, that was his work ethic.
We were able to do some great things on the football field.
Wow.
The single most important trait I had was a healthy dose of delusion.
Stephen Bartlett.
And that delusion is sometimes also referred to as self-belief.
Coming from UK.
When I can do something that I love, that is good for
Get
business,
out of here,
and I can make content out of, that's my trifecta.
That's so cool.
That's a great lineup.
Good for you, Logan.
It's a
Thanks for being a part of this.
Phenomenal lineup. Vault Conference, MGM Grand Arena. If you haven't yet registered, listen, CO tickets, which there's only 500 of, less than 100 left. Go to vault2026.com, vault2026.com. Get your tickets. We have companies that are bringing, one company from France is bringing 500 of their sales reps from France. Did you hear what I just said?
Oui.
From France. Oui. Yes. They're bringing so some of you guys are on the sales team. You have your executive team. A lot of guys bring their family, their partners. And also with some of you that want to have your kids learning on how to create content the way that Logan and Jake Paul have, and they became who they are today with their businesses, you may want to bring your kids as well. So go to vault2026.com, get registered. We cannot wait to see you. It'll be the greatest Vault conference we've ever had. Cannot wait to see everybody there. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here. Iran-U.S. deal. Allegedly, they're waiting on Trump's signature, and here's what's been agreed upon so far. 60-day ceasefire, Hormuz reopening, it's in draft, unrestricted vessel movement, must reopen fully, free transit, not the $2 million, U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ports to be lifted, and a nuclear talks start. This is the draft to start. What has not been negotiated, if they pursue with the 60-day, is the sanction relief money, the $24 billion or so, the Iran missile drone program, Lebanon-Hezbollah linkage, and Abraham Accord linkage. So the enriched uranium is not part of this first 60-day ceasefire. I don't like this idea of doing this and signing this, and they're waiting on the president to sign it while you don't have it. And the president said something very important yesterday when he was asked about it. He says, who should get that enriched uranium? Are you okay if China or Russia get it? Rob, do you have that clip?
Yep.
Go for it.
Or China taking their stockpile of highly enriched uranium, and have they offered?
No, I wouldn't be comfortable. That would not make me comfortable.
Okay, so he said that. And then there's a bunch of other things that's going on with this here. Rob, which one is this?
This is where the president talks about reopening the Strait of Hormuz and who would control it.
Go for it.
Iran wants control of the Strait of Hormuz. Would you accept a short-term deal that allows Iran and Oman to control the strait? And would they have to open it immediately, or would you be open to that happening over a period of time?
No, the strait's going to be open to everybody.
And who would control it?
It's international waters. Nobody's going to control it. We're going to watch over it. We'll watch over it, but nobody's going to control it. That's part of the negotiation that we have. They would like to control it. Nobody's going to control it. It's international waters, and Oman will behave just like everybody else, so we'll have to blow them up. They understand that. They'll be fine.
Oman is an ally. So.
Yeah. That's the part where a lot of people are saying bombing U.S. ally sparks confusion in the wild cabinet meeting. Tom, your thoughts on this story?
I don't know what to say. Only 2 ships made it in the last 24 hours. About 12 ships made it 2 days ago. It's still meager. People have got oil supplies dwindling everywhere. Reserves are down, even for the U.S. And so this needs to get done. But it just seems like we're almost there yet again. That's what it feels like, Pat. And I want to give negotiators room to negotiate and go get it done. Oil's down $1.50 this morning, 87. So clearly the markets feel we're close to something. Stock market is up another 0.5% across the indexes today. Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, all about 0.5% up, Pat. So the markets clearly believe in perception that we're getting there, that we're getting close to something.
By the way, news just broke right now that U.S.-Iran peace deal reportedly includes a $300 billion reconstruction fund for Iran per New York Times. Kalshi just tweeted this.
Who's going to pay for that?
Exactly the question. So $300 billion right there, Rob. Do you have it? $300 billion. Go to news, see if news pops up. Go to the news site.
Hang on, let's do a seance for the ghost of you-know-who and see if Halliburton gets the deal.
There it is, the story of New York Times. So $300 billion. So, Vinny, where are you at with this?
I'm just, Pat, I'm so over it.
Okay,
I don't even want to waste that much time.
Adam,
I'm
how
just
about yourself?
I'm done.
You're over it?
Yeah, I'm just every day. It's like a parent coming home, Pat, going, guys, we're going to go to Disneyland. And they go, okay, not today. We're going to go
if
next
you clean
week.
your room. Not clean enough.
And I'm like, bro, I don't even want to go at this point. I don't want to go to Disneyland.
I don't think you're alone, by the way. I honestly don't think you're alone. I think a lot of people are where you are right now.
But the reason you feel that way is because it's not affecting your life at all, other than a couple bucks in gas, which I appreciate.
No, what do you mean it's not affecting me? I'm saying every day it's like, we're going to do this. Adam,
I'm not...
It's not obviously it's affecting everybody, but it's like
friends and family everywhere reaching out to me about the economy.
You're negotiating with
effective.
You're negotiating.
I want to help.
You're negotiating with
Let's
people.
see what Adam wants.
Adam,
to
but
say.
you're
go ahead, make my point.
I know, and I'm making a point because you were wrong what you said. We're negotiating with a regime, Adam, that kills its own people, that says they want to kill us, and we're going back and forth. Do you think it's ever going to be like he made a great point on Monday? They're celebrating. You know what Iran is doing right now?
Weren't you the guy that said you didn't want to talk about this 10 seconds ago?
No, but I'm responding to your comment. I'm responding to your comment because you said, "Oh, I know it doesn't affect your life." What do you mean it doesn't affect my life? I'm just tired of hearing this. Yes or no? Just come to us with the news. Come with us when it's done because everybody's tired of it. Everybody's tired of it. It's not just me. Trust me. There's a lot of people.
Well, you made your point. I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
What I meant by it's not affecting your life is if you don't turn on the news, this doesn't affect your life. I was at Memorial Day last week. The city of Miami Beach put together this amazing event, which I think Valuetainment should consider doing a part of it. It was so incredible. They had the Blue Angels and the pilots and everything. And these planes, let me tell you something, are the loudest things you've ever seen in your life. We're right here. And I said to the guy, I go, thank God we're watching this with so much joy and patriotism and love for the country because these planes, these things are flying over our head. They're actually used in other countries to drop bombs and scare the hell out of people. So when I said it's not affecting your life, I mean, thank God we have the luxury of living in America. And the worst that we're dealing with right now are some extra couple bucks in gas prices, which I get it. But the fact that these planes are being used to basically don't make us go back to epic fury. Right now we're in economic fury. And ultimately this comes down to 3 major points. And I think Newt Gingrich actually put together a little plan that he says, number one is no nuclear. Stop it. It's not happening. If that's not included in the deal, we're done here. Number 2.
I'm with that. Because if even the 60 days you sign without that...
There's no deal without the nuclear component.
No, by
Zero.
the way, even forget about all the argument where, you're doing it for this, you're doing it for the Iranian people, you're the puppet, you're the this. If you do it in the original deal without the enriched uranium, you mean to tell me you trust that Iran in the next 60 days, you're giving them more time to do whatever they want? No. Nothing happens without that being number one, period.
100%.
I hope the president doesn't sign it without the enriched uranium being lifted out of there by U.S., and that would be a celebration. Then you can go and talk about all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's a non-starter without.
But the reason why that is happening, Adam, is because the world is putting a lot of pressure on the Strait of Hormuz being open. So the Strait of Hormuz impacts economy, the world economy, the global economy. But the enriched uranium impact his reputation of who negotiate the terms better.
Agreed.
So to me, those are 2 different audiences to please, to win over.
I fully agree with you. And ultimately what I was saying, there was 3 major components here. Number 1 was no nuclear, which we're on the same page, I believe. Number 2 is stop funding terrorism with money and missiles. Stop. We're not doing this. And we'll talk about economy in a second. And the number 3, like you said, is the Hormuz issue. And he said it's international waters. No one's going to control it. But I'll ask you this, Pat. If they end up, Iran doing the deal, you're a great negotiator, businessman. They do the deal. What Iran is going to get is one thing, money or sanctions relief. We asked where all the billions are coming from. It's going to come from all the sanctions and economic ties to basically putting Iran as the smelly kid on the playground, what I call him. But I'll ask you this, ready? When they do this deal, do you trust that they're actually going to follow through with the deal, Iran? I don't. But the bigger question is this. When they get this, however many $100 billion.
$300 billion.
What are the chances that they're going to use it to improve the lives of everyday Iranians? I think 0. Why? Because there's one piece of evidence that pointing that they'll never do this. Because they'll kill you if you speak out. So you're asking a regime to basically intake all this money.
There was no question there. So what's your point?
So my point is this. Do you trust the Iranian regime to actually use this money to help the people of Iran?
Yeah, of course the answer is no.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't trust it. Of course you don't. But guys, let's not get it twisted. As a leader, who got elected to be the president?
Donald J. Trump.
And who gets to make the final decision?
Trump. Donald J.
He
Trump.
does. And who has more information than anybody else in the world?
Him and him alone.
And with that, he has decided that regime collapse and regime change is not on the table and it's not important to him.
Correct.
He has decided that.
Yes.
Others who came and encouraged people to go out there and protest and be in the streets, who were slaughtered, who said they had access to military leaders that are flipping, they ought to be held accountable for it. Because you claim military leaders were flipping and you had nobody. And I'm talking about Reza Pahlavi.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That right there is something that will be held accountable. To me, he has sat there and said, this is not a top issue for me. I didn't campaign on this. I will get rid of the enriched uranium and I will open up the Strait of Hormuz and we will take it from there. And by the way, he forced the position where the internet blackout in Iran, which Iran's president ends the internet blackout orders, access to be restored. And so imagine for how long Iranians have been wanting to show their country what's going on. It's been officially lifted. Pezeshkian came out on Monday, restored the international internet access after a 90-day blackout. The decree aimed at restoring internet access to the pre-January state was communicated to the Ministry of Communication by the president, Iran's news agency says. And so for the past 5 months, officials in Iran have carried out executions of individuals allegedly involved in planning, facilitating, and supporting demonstrations. It's now 87 consecutive days, that's the day I was saying, of Iran's internet blackout, which has been in place for over 2,064 hours. NetBlocks, a London-based internet watchdog organization, says the measure has eliminated any transparency. So you know why this is important to me?
Tell me.
Because now is the Iranian people, I hope they're sharing what's going on in there, and that's going to get the negotiation to be a little bit choppy. Because if Iranians all of a sudden coming out and saying, hey, what are we doing with this negotiation? We don't trust these guys. Why are we doing this? Or if they don't, that's going to be a little bit of inventory of knowledge that we need to see what they're independently going through. But for me, I think if the president at all is going to be thinking about, how to go about this, I wouldn't do without the enrichment. I'm sure it's not as easy as, well, it's easy for you to say, we got to go find a way to get it out. We need to get these people out there. We need to do this. I totally get that. The logistics are the logistics. But if a deal comes out going into the World Cup, hey, we did the deal, but we left the enriched uranium, I don't think it's a good
deal
look.
like that.
No, I don't
Can I
think
ask you one follow-up?
Yeah.
I know you want to move on. And what you basically said to Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi is a lot of the people that went out and protested and gave their life for this cause, some of that is on his dime, his watch. That's kind of how I interpreted that.
Of course, it was very thorough. I was very clear about it.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Because if I tell you, Adam, right now, trust me, I need you to go protest because I got the governor showing up and I got the military leaders showing up and I got these people showing up. You say, okay, Pat, I trust you. I go out there.
Yeah.
1 week, 2 weeks. 3 of your guys get killed, Pat. So 6 weeks, 7 weeks. 40 of your guys get killed. And you're like, where's the military lead? Where's the governor? I changed my mind.
My cousin's coming.
Yeah. No,
that whole
you
thing.
can't do that. And
Last question.
yeah.
What are the chances that Shah Reza Pahlavi and Trump are even communicating at this point?
No, it's not. If it did, look, he's not a Shah, by the way. He's just a regular guy. He's not even a crown prince because he is the son of the Shah.
Got it.
So if he wants to be a monarchist, then he can claim he's a crown prince, but he claims he's not a monarchist. So make a decision who you are and what you want to do. If he was, how many times, what have you heard the president say about Netanyahu? What words does he use?
He said he'll do whatever he wants me to do. Is literally
but then
what he said.
Is he complimentary of him?
When?
Pretty much,
Sometimes-
yes. He is.
sometimes
Is he
very.
complimentary of Xi?
He does. Yes, he's a
Sometimes.
friend.
Is he complimentary of Putin?
He
Sometimes.
says he's disappointed.
Tell
but
me who else he's complimentary of. World leaders.
Well, I got to be honest with you. Trump is way more diplomatic this time around. So even if it's like an enemy like Xi, he's a great guy.
You think
he does that?
If, by the way, do you how many endorsements out of endorsements did he get? 119 out of 119 or 118 out of 118?
He went flawless.
He went undefeated.
Yeah.
Why hasn't he come out and said something hardcore supportive?
That's what I'm wondering.
But that's the point. If a person doesn't, don't wonder. It's an answer.
Wow.
A non-endorsement is a endorsement.
Correct.
Is a form of a statement that a
Silence
person's making.
is
So why?
deafening.
It is. And so the market can get upset. By the way, I'm telling you right now,
Yes, sir.
watch what's going to happen with the level of hate the monarchists are going to have towards Trump, and they're going to put the entire thing on him, not on anybody else. Just wait. Remember, wait. We're going to walk the streets when we go to certain places, and monarchists are going to pull up. It's 50-50. They'll come up and say, by the way, privately, I agree with you.
Of course.
I wish you would have a little bit more of a backbone, okay? Yeah. I'll share a message, a few of them I just got today this morning. But some of them, it's unfair. Why are you doing this? No, it's not unfair. I sat this one out for him to get the job done. And what happened? That's on your guy, not anybody else's guy. So you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. You mean to tell me you couldn't get in front of the president to get endorsement? They're pretty accessible. This is the most accessible administration you've ever had.
The most.
It's not like you don't have an accessible administration and it hasn't happened.
Of all time.
119 people
I'm
made it.
making a prediction.
Yes.
Just watch. They're going to blame the president on this. They're going to blame the president on this.
You're saying American Persians?
American pro-Reza monarchists who want to fantasize with it going back to where it was, which I don't blame them, because I fantasize with Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. I have a flippin' painting in my house of him.
Mm-hmm.
Of all this, any magazine he was ever on the cover of, I have it in my house. I have coins that was given by him to people in my safe. I have gold stuff that it was from. I had his paper, the letter cutter that he had, a gift was given to me. That's the painting I get criticized for. And look who's sitting right in the middle of this painting. It's not like I put anybody else in the middle of the painting. He's in the middle of it. Why do you think he's sitting at the middle of it? There's a reason for it. When I was born, he was the king of Iran for 3 months. And then he was in exile. And then Khomeini came. So the last time Iran was great and the Middle East was safe was him.
Yeah.
But to assume automatically that the son is him and he's been living in America for 47 years, they have to re-strategize and move on.
It sounds like you're a monarchist, just not for the son.
I am. Let me state what I am. I'm not a monarchist. I'm a capitalist. I'm a republic. I'm how America was built. I'm for America, 100%, right? But if I look back and say, when was the last time Iran was at peace and the Middle East was at peace, was when Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi was the leader of Iran. Okay, you can go up and say, well, Savak this, Savak that. No problem. Everybody has a Savak. Our Savak is CIA. UK Savak is MI6. And trust me, MI6 has a nasty history because they trained everybody. No. The OG Savak is MI6. The Mossad, all these other guys you want to talk about, they have their own thing. The KG, you can go and talk about a lot of these different systems on how it is. But I want to get to the next story that we have here. So that's that. Truly, my prayers are for Iranian people, because I would love to be able to go back and visit Iran. And I don't think the odds went up. But my prayers with the Iranian people behind closed doors, they have to find a way to rally behind somebody that they can make some movements happen. This lowered the odds for them. This is the closest they had come for 47 years. And so we'll see. Now, there's a big game coming up around the corner. I think 9 of them are going to be in Dallas. We were at a hotel yesterday. Everything was about the World Soccer tournament that's coming out there. Yes. Everybody's going to be watching, you know, Neymar, Messi. Yesterday they announced Messi's going into a 6th World Cup. I don't know if you saw that. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a big tournament that they're having. And so while you're going through that, depending on the countries you're from, we have some special gear that is limited. There's not a big supply of them. And we chose the countries based on who watches the content the most. And it has the Future Looks Bright with the country's flag. So having said that, watch this video and then I'll tell you what Future Looks Bright gear we have here for you. Go ahead, Rob. See it? Got scored a goal with a hat on. Portugal. Mexico. By the way, that's Iran with the old flag.
Nice.
The Shahi flag of Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. France.
Oui, oui.
Zidane.
And then you got a few other ones. Who is this? This is Colombia.
Colombia. Boom.
Brazil. These things look good. And Argentina.
You know people are dancing at home right now. In the car.
So remember, it's not a big supply. If you're watching this, you want to get the shirt combination. This is the U.S. hat that we have with the U.S. flag on the lid, with the soccer ball inside of it. These things look absolutely insane. And by the way, we didn't get a big supply of them. Some of them, it's only 50. Like the Iran one that we have with the Shahi flag on the bottom of it, it's only 50. So if some of you guys are going to the game and you kind of want to wear the hat, because they're saying you cannot wear the hat, Vinny, I don't know if I gave it to you or not.
No, I don't have that.
Do you have the Iran hat?
One more. I think it's the one
is it
more
this
green?
one here? I don't know which one it is. One of these guys that we have here. It looks ridiculous. The way there you go. Look at this. On the bottom of the lid, right there. I love the fact that you have it. So Iran's, it's only 50 of them. So first come, first serve. If somebody buys 50, it's literally going to say sold out. And then you have all the other countries and U.S. And then if you want to combine it with the shirts, Rob, if you want to go a little bit lower, it'll go to, click on the Argentina one, view all. Go all the way to the top, Rob. Right there, you have all of them together. Shirts, hats, go a little bit lower. So buy the hats with the shirts combined. Future looks bright. This is not going to last a long time. Represent your country while you're representing the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.